Okay, so today we are starting from the RDO installation. Okay, so what is a RDO? RDO means Packstack installation. Okay, it's a very important production servers, your exams, real-time scenario. You have to work on RDO or Packstack. Okay, so what is RDO? RDO is a simple words. It's a community to people to make OpenStack run perfectly and smoothly on RHL and retroactive versions like CentOS, Fedora, Scientific Linux, like anyone. Red Hat, you can choose the Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora. Okay, RPM based packages. So this community is one of the most active community for CentOS and RHL. So we are using the CentOS 7.2 for RDO installation. Okay, so what is a Packstack? Packstack is the installing utility that makes the Puppet application to deploy OpenStack proof of concept, POF purpose. We use Packstack to install configure OpenStack on a single machine or multi-node machine. Means when we done the Packstack installation, actually the background Puppet is automatically configuring the all services like your clients and everything. Okay, so how to configure that thing? First we'll start the installation because installation will take almost 1 hour, and meanwhile time I will explain other things. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see that I have created 3 machines. One machine name is controller, one is compute, and one is network. Okay, my controller
Yeah.
machine is this one, compute and network. Okay, so on every machine I have added, you can see that on my setting I have added 2 network cards. Okay, here's a RAM is 5.3 GB, processor 1 GB, hard disk 40 GB I use it, and it's my ISO installation. And you can see that here I have added 2 adapters, network adapters. Okay, how to add? You just have to click on here, add button, and select your external interface, whatever interface, like network adapter, next, and finish. Okay, in your
Okay.
machine, when you done the installation of CentOS, you have to just add one more network adapter. Okay, on 3 machines. It's a virtual adapter. In real time, we have multiple Ethernet cards. Okay.
Okay.
And make sure this adapter is on up state. Okay, I'll show that. This is my controller machine. Okay, on controller it is 72.151 is my Ethernet 0. How to check the status? You can see that IP space A command. It will show this is my first Ethernet card and it's getting the IP address of 151. It's my bridge and everything is there. This is my name of my Ethernet card, and you can see that its status is up, and second Ethernet
Okay.
card is also up. This one. If it is down, then you have to use if up command. If here cd / etc sysconfig network script if up, then your interface card name, this one. Okay, if cfg, then your interface card name. Okay, if it is down, when you add this network adapter, you have to just restart the one time network service, then automatically it is up. If it is not up, then you have to just if up cfg, this command you have to use this if up, then if cfg and it interface name. Okay, you got it? Any
Yeah.
confusion?
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
So on uh, we have 3 nodes. Okay, on each node we have done the same thing. You can see that the second one is up, first one is default up, and this is my compute, and here is up. Okay, make sure it's up on each machine. Means we are doing in multi-node installation using the Packstack. Okay, so for this one we're using the OS is CentOS
Okay.
/etc Red Hat release. You can see the CentOS 7.2 on all machines.
Yeah.
Okay, one is my controller, one is my compute. Compute is nothing but my hypervisor, and one is for network. Network means specially managing the network. Okay, we can also do the all in one also, means network and compute and controller in one machine also, but in real time it's not happening. Real time we have to do it multi-node installation, right? So I'm doing the multi-node installation here. Okay, so first we have to set the host name. Okay, so you can see that my host name I set it controller.example.com. Okay, on here I set the host name. network.example.com and compute.example.com. So this is on my workstation. So can you just tell me if I ping to the this one compute.example.com, it is work? Do you think if I ping,
From controller, yeah,
is it work?
it should work.
No, because we don't have
Oh,
DNS. Okay, in my
DNS.
scenario we don't have DNS server, so we have to use /etc host file.
ECC host.
Yeah, here we have to
Yeah.
mention everything like your controller information.
IP address to home. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, here I'm adding everything like IP address equal to controller dot example. Okay, controller.example.com, and the compute IP address is 73,
Mm.
and the host name is compute, then network information like IP and host name. Okay, and the same
Mm.
information we have to paste on each and every machine. Okay,
Yeah.
this one. So they will communicate using the IP address as well as your host name. Maybe I have previously added.
Yeah.
Oh, and here also. Okay, now I'm trying to ping from my controller machine to compute.example.com. You can see that I'm getting the
Mm.
ping reply, or I can use the
Right.
network.example.com. Okay, it's getting ping. So in real time we don't have to do this thing because we have DNS server. Okay, but in
Mm.
our scenario we don't have the DNS, so that's why we have to set the host entry. Okay, so how to do the
Okay.
installation of RDO? So here I created one presentation. Okay, on controller node, like host name, we have to set the host name, anything. I am setting controller.example.com. You can set controller.x.com or something domain name. Okay, IP address will be different. We're using the OS is CentOS 7.2. DNS is not mandatory. Okay, on controller machine, we're installing Keystone, Glance, Swift, Cinder, Horizon, Neutron, Nova Proxy, Nova API, Nova Scheduler, Nova Conductor. Okay, on my hypervisor, on my compute node, we have the same IP, different IP address with the host name, and then Nova compute means your hypervisor, and Neutron for
Mm.
communicating to your other node. Okay,
Network.
yeah,
Network.
exactly. And network node, we have the same host name and IP address. Okay, and the network packages. Here is the missing. I will show that it's a Neutron packages. Okay, so how
Mm.
to do that one? We already set the host name. Okay, first we have to set the SE Linux. Okay, make sure SE Linux is disabled. Okay, here's enable.
Mm.
So I use the disable sysconfig SE Linux. Here we have to mention disable. Okay, it is disabled, so
Oh.
no need to do that one. vi/etc sysconfig. Okay, it's here is also disabled. Okay, here is also disabled. So we done the first stage is SLNC disable done. Okay, then you have to use the yum update command on all machine. Why we using the yum update
Mm.
command? Can you just tell me what is the use of yum update
So
command?
basically, it'll update all the packages, right?
Yeah, it's updating your all package OS related packages. Okay,
Mm.
So I have already updated these packages, so it will not take too much time.
Okay.
Okay, after updating the package, we have to reboot the machine because we set the SLNS disable. So just because of
Mm.
SLNS disabling, we have to just reboot machine. It is not required mandatory, but if you can do that one. Okay, I'm not rebooting now because it will take too much time. Then RDO based installation means Red Hat based installation or Packstack based installation. Still it is not supportable to Network Manager. Okay, Network Manager is a new technology provided by Red Hat 7 version. Okay, so we have to disable
Mm.
that one. Network Manager, make sure it is disable and stop and disable. Okay, so we have to just use this command systemctl stop network manager, systemctl disable network manager. Okay, still time it is not supportable, in future maybe it will support. Okay, so package is updated. I use this command system stop network manager, system disable network manager. Okay, so it will disable permanently. You can check the status using the command status. You can see that it is on disable state.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have to do SSH uh, passwordless authentication between three nodes. Okay, can you just tell me how to do that one? Do you know idea any?
We usually generate a key and yeah, add it in the dot pub, rsa.pub.
Right. We have to use the SSH keygun command to generate the private and public
Mm.
key. Using the SSH copy ID command and then -i option, we have to copy this id.rsa.pub, this file, public file key on your remote machine like network
Correct.
and compute machine. So whenever the puppet will work, try to communicate with your network machine or compute, it will automatically log in without the password.
Long.
So this
Yeah.
is the thing we have to do on your machines. I think I have already done this one. Let me try to compute.example.com. Okay, it's not there. So you have 16 GB laptop, right? 16 GB RAM laptop.
Yeah.
So you can create
Yeah.
the three VMs. One VM is up to
Mm.
5 GB and other two VMs are 2 GB RAM. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can create a one machine and you can install all in one also. But multiple installation is
No, right. So I'll do that 3:1 compute network and
controller.
controller. Correct. Compute.
Okay, I'll done the disable this network manager and I'll create the one SSH keygun here, hyphen keygun. Okay, I have already logged in with the root. Okay, only root can create this
Yeah.
command. Okay, it will create this .ssh folder. Here you can see that id.rsapub is created. Okay, we have to copy this on your compute and network location. So simple command is there. Use the SSH copy ID command, hyphen I root.ssh pub on my root @ my machine IP address. You can use the host name or you can use the IP address. So I'm copying first on my compute node. 173 is my compute node. You have to use the yes first time. Okay. And the password of that machine, my password is Red Hat. Okay. I had copied successfully. Again, my network node is 72. So I'm copying same things. Red Hat. Okay. I'm trying to SSH on my this one, root at the rate 73. You can see that I can directly log in on my compute. Okay, it means my passwordless authentication has been successfully completed. So one more thing we have to do it, self authentication. We have to complete that one, 151. Okay, same command. Here I am putting my self IP address. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong IP. 151. Yes. Okay, so it's done. So now we have the three VMs with the perfectly working nodes. So these VMs having one IP address. You can see that the first one is 73. Here is 151. Okay, and another is 172. Okay,
Yeah.
so those IP address calling as a network management network. Okay, we calling this network as a management network. Make sure this is on static no, static level. It is not change every time. Okay, so this is your management network, and other interface card we are using for your external network. External network means whenever we're creating the VMs, that time it will use that that time it will take then another interface card. Okay.
Yeah.
So we done the installation, we done the SSH configuration. Then we have to use yum install this package location on my controller machine. Okay, what I'm doing, yum install -y https. This is my project location, means RDO release RPM. It will automatically download from one package. Okay, you can use from if it is not work, then you can use another link. Okay, I'm using this link for CentOS. Yum install -y release OpenStack Newton. Newton is the version of your OpenStack.
Correct.
Okay, it is already installed. Okay, you can see that it is already installed. So now we have a repository for Newton, so you can directly install your packages. So what is the command to install? Yum install OpenStack Packstack is the package name, -y is the option. Okay, yum install OpenStack Packstack. Okay, it's almost okay. I have already installed these packages, so it is showing it is already installed. Okay, it is almost 20 MB package. Okay, 20 to 30 MB package. It will automatically install everything. Okay, so now we have a repository. We install the OpenStack Packstack command. Then we have to generate one answer file. Right, in DevStack we have one .ssh file, which one we are using to running and configuring your all component. So in Packstack it work on answer file base. Answer file base means using the generate answer file command, we have to create a one answer file. Inside of that answer file we have to mention everything, like my compute is located on my 172 machine, network is located on my 171, this kind of scenarios. I'll show that one. So what is the command to generate? Packstack generate answer file is the command to generate your answer file.
So
Okay.
this is basically to tell the applications which is your compute node, which is your network and controller,
Yes,
right?
exactly. So I'm creating one answer file. Packstack -- generate answer file is the command equal to I'm providing path where we have to save the answer file. Slash root is my directory slash answer.txt. You can use the anything like your name.txt or like your name.configuration file, but it is a standard answer.txt. Okay, it will generate one file. The name will be answer.txt. Okay, you can see that it's created one file, that is answer.txt. I'm opening this file. So what information is there? We have to just check one by one. Okay, you can see that to public key install server, the public key. Okay, so just go down here. So installation of your component, like configure MariaDB install y means yes, it is installed on your machine. If I mention I don't require the MariaDB, so it is on n, and that is on small letters. Okay, not on capitals. Okay, like we require glance, so it is y. We require cinder, so it is y. Manila, it's an optional component, it is not required, so I mention n. Okay, Nova installation y.
So
Yeah,
this answer dot text should be created for every node, right?
no, we have to create this answer file on your controller node, and when we run this file answer file, it will automatically communicate with your other machines like compute and network using the puppet model. Okay,
Puppet. So it
yeah,
uses Puppet. Okay.
yeah, puppet automatically generate the everything at the background, and he will configure everything. Okay, yeah, so like Nova installation y, Neutron y. Okay, so this is the, just a minute. Okay, so configure horizon install equal to y, so it means it is the package installation. Okay, but where we have to install this package, just go down. Okay, so do you remember at the time of installing of devstack, we created two account, one is admin and second one is demo, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so here we can mention demo equal to no. I'll show that this is a Negus installation. Negus is a monitoring server. Okay, configure NTP service. Everything is there. You have to just use yes or no. Yeah, this one is important. Config controller host. My controller host will be 151. Okay, this is my machine. Okay, controller means is managing everything, right? So my compute host will be 151, my network host will be 151, but we have multiple nodes, right? Network and compute, so we have to mention
Correct.
those IP address here.
Correct.
So compute IP
Okay,
address
got it.
is, my compute IP address is 173.
173.
So I can mention here 173. Okay, and my network is 172. Okay, suppose I have multiple compute, means multiple hypervisors, like I have one more hypervisor, that IP address is 174. So we have to use comma here, and then you can mention the IP address of your another compute. You got it?
Okay.
Suppose we have two
Yeah.
hypervisors, then you can mention n numbers of hypervisors here. Okay, so now we have only one, so I'm mentioning here 173 only. Host will be 172, network host. Just go down, configure VMware. Suppose you want to integrate your OpenStack with the VMware ESSi, then you have to mention here yes. Okay, but we don't have the VMware ESSi, so I'm mentioning n here. So this one information we have to fill when we do for ESSi integration. Okay, ESSi is VMware ESSi. We sent a user, we sent a password, cluster name, everything we have to mention here. Okay, so configure storage host. We don't have the external storage right away, right? So I'm installing storage on my controller machine. Suppose we have the external storage, then we have to mention the IP address of the storage machine. Okay, so right now our scenario is this one: controller node, compute node, and another is network node. Okay, so on every machine we have one or two CPUs. 4 GB RAM or 5 GB RAM, 40 GB hard disks, 2 NIC cards. Okay, the one NIC card is your management network. Management network means for these three machines having the default Ethernet card, that is called as management network. And another interface card we are basically using for generic network. Generic network means for creating virtual machine, adding the storage node, assigning the IP
Then
address to the VM.
they,
Yeah,
basically for your data, right?
yeah.
For moving data.
Yes, moving data. So this kind of scenarios we have to create. Okay, this is the one simple structure to understand of your network layout. Okay, so you can see that here is everything is done. So here we have to set the one more option is your password, right? We set the password last time. We set the password for Red Hat, right? So here by default password is alphanumeric
Yeah.
order. So I'm setting this password, this one. Configure your keystone admin password equal to, I'm putting Red Hat. So make sure it will easy to understand it and remember it, right? So I use here find
Actually,
out.
you're breaking.
My sound is breaking. Just a minute, just a minute. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello,
Yeah.
is now it's good?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so you can see that here we have to set the password. So now default password is like this one, okay? But I have to set the for admin user password, simple password, so I can remember that one, right? So when I'm going to log into the
Mm.
console, so I can easily remember that password. Okay, so demo password is also this one. I can use 12345. Okay, any password you can use it. So this one is your setting. So suppose you want to disable your demo account, so you can use the provisioning demo equal to no. Okay, here default is Y. I can use no. Okay, or you can use as it is Y. So it will create a two account. One more very important thing is configure horizon SSL. So do you have any idea what is a SSL?
That is for secure HTTP, right?
Yes, it's HTTPS based connection. Okay, so in your exam you have to just use here Y. Okay, so it will automatically create the certificate. It is certificate based authentication. It will create the certificate, and it will, when you're going to log in, it will log in HTTPS:// your machine IP address. Okay, just because of we using
Yeah.
SSL equal to Y. So I'm saving this file. Okay, whatever changes you have to do it, everything is you have to done on your answer file. Okay,
Mm.
now we edited answer file. Then next thing is we have to run the file. So command is packstack answer file equal to your answer file path. Okay, so I'm just copying this command because it is located on same location. Packstack space hyphen hyphen answer hyphen file equal to your answer file path. Okay, so my answer file is located on my slash root slash answer.txt, right? So when I enter here, it will automatically start the installation on my first controller. Okay, if you want to check the logs, you can just click on here, just create a duplicate session and check what is happening at the background.
Mm.
So how to check the logs? What is the command?
Tail minus F you use, no?
Yes, tail hyphen F the command to check log. Okay, you can see that it is on my 173. First it will check the authentication, everything 173, 172. Okay, it's 151. Here you can see that is 151 is my controller machine. Okay. Yeah, this is the your puppet here, OpenStack client tar. It's automatically create the puppet scenarios in your controller machine, and it will push that same on your compute and your network node. So on network node, only network packages it will install, like Neutron packages. On compute node, it will install only two packages. One is compute and second is network. So they will communicate to each other. Okay. So we'll just wait. So suppose you not done the SSH certificate, SSH keygun passwordless authentication, then they will it will ask here the password. Okay, he will ask 3 times password of your that two machines like network, controller, and your compute.
Yeah.
Okay, this will take installation almost 1 hour. Okay, so meanwhile I will just minimize this
Okay.
window and I will explain the what is the components are there, right? So where is the OpenStack? So last time I explained you the keystone, right? Do you remember keystone?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the next component part is glance. So what is a glance?
Is it the dashboard?
No.
Dashboard details?
Glance is basically providing your image service.
Oh,
Image ser
image service. Correct.
yeah.
I have to refresh my memory.
Yeah, it's a very long time back. Don't worry. So it's overview components, deployment, uploading Ubuntu image to glance. Okay. So what is a glance? The code name is this service is glance. Register and retrieve virtual machine images. Okay. Images means VMDK, VHD, anything. Okay. Also store the metadata of images. Glance can store in simple file system, object storage system, configure NAS storage means we can store this images file on your controller machine, on your Swift, on your storage also. Okay. So the components of glance is glance API, glance registry. So what is the glance API? So glance API means it will talking to your all component, like whenever the user will request for the image. So glance API will get the request and the glance API will send the request to Keystone for token authentication, right? Every component will talk with the Keystone for authentication. Do you remember Keystone time at the explain?
Yeah.
So API will
Yes.
talk with your Keystone. API calls for image discovery, retrieval, and storage, and the glance registry will store the information regarding of your that ISO file or VMDK file in your database. So which database is MariaDB or MySQL?
Okay.
Okay. So it's a very important two parts is glance API and glance registry.
Glance.
Okay. So the glance basically used for only for glance image services. So what kind of image services it will provide? Okay, so the this format of virtual machine images in the format underline the this images. It provides a raw image. Raw image means it's unstructured this image format. Using this raw image we can create the bootable image file. Second one is VHD. It's VHD is this format is used for VirtualBox, your Microsoft VMware or Zen VMware. Okay, extension is .vhd. VMDK is another common disk format for your virtual machine monitor. VDI is one more, is a VirtualBox or QEMU emulator. ISO is a standard, the all images based on ISO. Okay, QCOW2 is a new image style. Okay, it's supported QCOW2 also. AKI is Amazon kernel image. Okay, AKI is Amazon kernel image, ARI is Amazon RAM disk images, and AMI is Amazon machine images. Okay, Amazon will provide three kinds of images: AKI, ARI, AMI. Okay, so OpenStack also support these three images. So OpenStack almost support this 10 types of images. Okay, even OpenStack also support the Docker images. Okay, Docker is a new technology. It's a virtualization of virtualization. Okay, so this kind of types of images support by glance. Okay, any question here?
No, no, good.
So it will start
Yeah,
the
I'm good,
installation.
Atul.
Yeah, okay. So you can see that it is installation is going on. Okay, so it's almost
Yeah.
taking. It's taking. You can see the 172, 173, 151. So it will take almost 1 hour. So we cannot stop this one. Okay. So what I will do, I'll pause the this one recording because it's only and only just